What's going on, guys? It's time for our huddle this weekend. What a great week! It's already been so many cool things happening. We had First Wednesday, and First Wednesday we had 8 people get baptized, and it was just like I said on social media. I said, if you missed First Wednesday, you're going to regret missing First Wednesday. And sure enough, man, it was such a good night. We had a big cross set up where we could write down prayers and pin them to the cross, and we had this intimate time of communion that was just very different than what we've done in the past, and it was just a powerful night. Pastor Ben's message was challenging and engaging, and just wow. First Wednesday was so good. I hope you were there. If you were not, I'm sorry you missed out. Don't do it again, but go back online and watch it. Such a good night, though. But listen, coming up, we have Easter, 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 Easter. It's Easter week coming up in just a couple weeks, and this season is big because this is a season where statistically the most people that are unchurched, dechurched, people that are far from Christ will come to know him. And statistically, where the most amount of people will just come to church because it's Easter. And so the goal here is that we want to be inviting people to come to church to experience the Easter service. And our prayer is that they will meet Jesus. And so we want this one to be different than all the others. We don't want someone just to come and experience the service and then walk away. We want them to truly meet Jesus when they are there. And so let's be inviting people to the block party and to Easter and all the things, and let's introduce them to Jesus. And so I love you guys. Listen, make sure you're signing up for the block party. We need to be serving on that team, being a part of serving our community. It is next Saturday. I know we still need some more people on the team, so make sure you use that link and sign up. But then also Easter weekend has a Saturday night service, and then the 3 Sunday morning, the 19th and the 20th. And the 19th we'll have some food options and things like that, so you can come and hang out and eat and all those things. And so make plans to be there. Now, for the huddle for the next few weeks, what I want to do is that we had a team night just a week ago. It was a fun team night. We dressed up like cartoon characters, and we ate really, really good food and played some games. And I brought a message while we were there as well to kind of prepare us for this season. And I'll tell you, this team night, it was a lot of fun. And what I wanted to do is I knew that it was at the end of spring break and all those things, and that some people just couldn't make it. We had a good amount of people there, but I also knew that some people just couldn't make it. So what I want to do is kind of break down pieces of my message to share on the huddle, and just emphasize some of those points for the next few weeks, because I think it's really important. And this is what I talked about. I talked about how we all have a culture. There's a culture within the church and a culture in the world, and there's a culture at your work and things like that. And we define our culture at the church in different ways with different phrases. And the one that I really talked about is how we need to be mission over preference, and that's one of our culture phrases at Generation Church, is that we are mission over preference. And in order to stay mission minded, there's a few things I talked about during the huddle, because I feel like in order to really stay truly on mission, stay mission minded, and not stay focused on what my preferences are in life, there's a few things I need to do intentionally. Now, I can have preferences, and God has created me with preferences, and we all have different preferences, and that's good. We were made that way. That's great, and that's why when we come together, we could really do some really cool things and bring our ideas to the table. But we can't allow our preferences to lead us, because then what happens is we begin to believe that my preference is the right way, and what your preference is the wrong way. And my example at the team night was that my kids like different sauces with their chicken nuggets, right? Like one likes ketchup, one likes barbecue sauce, and one likes ranch dressing. And they may have different preferences in the sauces, but they're all enjoying the chicken nuggets, right? So we all have a mission. We all have our chicken nuggets. We're all going in the same direction, but we can have different preferences. And it doesn't mean that just because your preference is different than mine, that I'm wrong or you're wrong or anything like that. It just means that God created us different, and we see things a little bit differently because we have different preferences. But when we bring all those things together, it's really, really great. And so let's be mission minded. But there's a few things you need to do intentionally to be mission minded. The first one I said is this: that you have to remain grateful. You have to remain grateful. The second one I said is that we have to fill the gaps with trust. I'm going to talk about that probably next week when you fill the gaps with trust. And then also the third one is this, is that we have to do our very best. And so if we are going to do the first one, if we are going to remain grateful, it means this is that we need to be truly thankful for what God's blessed us with. I mean, if you really think about one thing I said at team night is that you can't complain and be grateful at the exact same time. It's impossible. You can't do those things at the exact same time. And so I just believe that as Christ followers, we need to be grateful people. And I've said this before, we need to be smiling people. We need to be joyful people. Why? Because even when the world is difficult, even when we're going through something, the joy of the Lord should be our strength. It doesn't mean that we're not going to walk through something difficult, but we should be joyful because joyful people are attractive people, aren't they? I want to be around joyful people. I don't want to be around negative people. I don't want to be around people who are always complaining. Those are not the people I enjoy being around. I just feel like a little bit more like down if I'm around those people, right? I want to be around joyful people. It means that we need to be joyful people. Regardless of our circumstances, we have to choose joy because that is truly how we reflect Christ to the world around us. The joy of the Lord is our strength. And whenever we're walking through things, if people see like, man, they're going through some stuff, but look at, they still got joy. They are trusting God in all things. That testimony of our actions speaks so much louder than our words. And so I want to challenge you this week, no matter what you're walking through, let's have joy. Let's choose joy and let's have the joy of the Lord because it is our strength and it is a great testimony. I believe we will attract many, many people to Christ. And that's what it's all about. It's about reaching the lost for Jesus. And so, hey, I love you guys. I can't wait to see you on Sunday. It's going to be a great day in God's house. So get to GC and be prepared to reach so many people for Jesus this Easter. Love you guys. See you soon.